Good morning. 23-month-old male child based out of the UK. We had a cool little case here. We're suspecting autism, too young to be diagnosed. We have a lot of symptoms of it, along with speech delays, developmental delays. We started working with this child June 29th. Today is July 6th, okay? So we've had a little bit of time, and we prescribed a medicine. This case the medicine was calcarea carbonica for this particular case. Every case needs to be individualized, but this medicine so far has given us little hints in the last 7 days or so, little hints of progression that this medicine is a good fit for this child. So we had the follow-up today. I just got off the phone with the mother, and I wanted to share this with you guys. I'm trying to get these cases out so you guys get ideas of the kind of symptoms we see, the kind of prescription we give, and the kind of reaction we get very quickly. You don't see miracles within a 7-day period, okay? But you will see progression, little things that have changed that weren't there the week prior that are undeniable. And when we see that, the medicine's right, and then that usually continues week after week after week. You'll see little changes, and it continues, okay? So this mother, she said, he's babbling in his own language, a bit more clear also, and he's counting to 20 now. It's not super clear, but she can understand him. It is words, and the mother understands him. So you can try to figure out what he is saying now, the mother said. Before, he wasn't counting to 20. So what would happen if he was watching his shows on YouTube, the little educational shows? This one was Coco Melon, and they were counting 1 to 20. He's never repeated or never counted that before. And he repeated and counted 1 to 20 after 7 days of being on this medicine. Pretty cool. He's more alert now, the mother said. When I call him, I only have to call him once, and he will respond now. Before, she had to call him 2 or 3 times. Now he responds the first time, okay? So you see an awareness. Pediatricians always think it's a hearing problem, and I hear this, 7-10 times a week at least, that they got the hearing checked and the hearing is totally fine. It's not that. It's a comprehension problem. It's an understanding problem. It's all in the mind, okay? It's not hearing the majority of the time. So it's the same in this case. What else did she tell me? She says, when he calls me, or when I call him, he responds at once. And she also said what he's been starting to do now is he will pick up a book like he is reading it, and then he would be babbling in his own language. It's actual words, but it's not clear words, but the mother understands the words he's saying. So he's picking up a book, showing interest in a book where before he had no interest. She said he's doing something else pretty neat. He's writing on paper with a pencil or a pen, and then he looks at mom. So he'll be writing, and then he'll be babbling, looking at mom, then he'll come back and writing, and he's trying to write things on the paper. He never did anything like this before. So you can see what we're seeing in like 7 days under the proper medicine. You're starting to see the mind unlock a little bit, and he's starting to do different things, be aware of certain things, be more aware of his mother calling him, be more aware of what he's watching on TV, and able to remember it and repeat it, like the counting. You're seeing little hints of things happening. This is what we see in 7 to 10 days on the right medicine. Sometimes it takes a couple tries of finding the perfect matching medicine for that case. You know, sometimes it takes 1 or 2 tries or 3 tries of the proper medicine. And other times when we hit that medicine right on, we see things change. A good medicine, the body will heal, right? Something else very interesting. She says, Mom noticed he's getting a personality now, she said, which was pretty cool. She says, I said, what do you mean? Explain that to me. She says, now, if I take something away from him that he wanted or he was playing with, before there would be no reaction, okay? Now he's reacting as a typical child would his age. Now, when she takes it away, what does she say? She says, now, when I take something away from him, he will show he was getting a little bit mad. Before, he had no reaction, okay? So he's having a typical reaction to stopping something he likes to do or taking something away from him. So this is more aware of the environment. That's actually a good thing. It's neurotypical for a child that age to have that response, right? He didn't have that before. So that's super cool. The last thing, or a couple other things, this child had, if you see this on your kids, it means something. It's not just a birthmark. This child had huge brown stained color skin on both injection sites on both legs where he received his vaccines, and we see this a lot. It's an indicator of sun medicine showing that there was a little bit of something that developed after the vaccinations, and it's an indicator for us for certain medicines to help with the delays or the autism. This kid had, it was like the size of the palm of your hand, and this is a 2-year-old child on both thighs, which was super interesting. He had another birthmark that was dark. This is a light colored skinned child, but he had almost like a black birthmark, flat, not raised, on his arm, just under the size of the palm of my hand on his arm. So we had one on each injection site and one on the arm unrelated to the injection site, which really led us to a certain set of medicines that are prone to growths, moles, warts, birthmarks, dark brown stained skin spots. It's just a piece of a puzzle that guides us to a medicine for like the speech delays, developmental delays, autism symptoms, okay? And that was true in this case. And it's funny, I just asked her, how are those spots been? Just out of curiosity. And she says, it's funny you ask, she says, the marks on the injection site have lightened up dramatically, she says. So it's pretty cool. When you prescribe a good medicine, the whole body shifts. It triggers that child's immune system and body to start a response of self-healing, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And that's exactly what happened here in like 7 days. He was lining things up. She says, I haven't noticed him do that at all. 7 days. So not every case is going to be like this, guys, but this is what is possible when the proper medicine is selected. So he's not lining things up anymore in a row like he was doing. And he was a very picky eater. He hated any type of meat. He would chew it, spit it out. Chew it, spit it out. He's been eating chicken now. He started to eat chicken, not spitting it out, not putting up a fuss. So cool little things. 7 days. Calc carb was the medicine. Again, every case has to be individualized. There is not one medicine for all cases like this. I could have this almost the exact symptom picture with little variances, and it would be different medicines to treat the same problem. Okay, homeopathy is very individualized for the patient. There's not one size that fits all. So this is what's possible. My number here, if you guys have any questions, 289-337-4223. We're online at newleafhomeopathy.com if you have any questions. If you don't reach out to me, reach out to a local registered classical homeopath that specializes in autism or delays in children, okay? And homeopathy could do wonders for these kids, but you gotta find the perfect matching medicine, and sometimes that takes a little bit of time. But when you find it, the children could heal, okay? Wish you guys all the best. Hope this is helpful for you.